I'm talking. Peace. It's a me.
Pete, ay malasa ngayon.
Yeah. Here's the question.
You're so hot. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm Sheldon. They're all here, yeah, look. Jason's there. See Joe, Jay, and Sheldon? Are they pretty over there? They're right. Yeah. Please put gang. We're gonna fight like yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Skip everybody. Hello, people.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. We're gonna get started shortly. Yeah, they said they can hear and everything. Oh, hi, Kelly. Oh,
Hey, Mon.
hi, Emma. And Umi. Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone.
We're streaming hosts,
We're-
apparently. Unknowingly, unwillingly, but it happened.
Here we are. Welcome.
Yes, the program will start shortly. Your pre-show entertainment. It's wonderful. Oh, there you go. Look at this.
Hi, Chanel.
Also, Eurovision has nothing on this.
Read live right there. Jesus, can we get out of the ring?
What?
I have to say, for those of you who know Michelle, know that this is completely normal. This is what we're doing.
It's a lot of toddy to be given this early in
I
the
know,
day.
you don't need to give them a show.
We were just saying.
Yeah, this is a different kind of show. Hello. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow,
Ring the bell.
ring the bell, set your notifications so you always know when we're going live.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, please.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Billy, come on, Rosen. Listen, Michelle Moore basically picked out this dress. She did because I showed it to her once. I never wore it for anything, and she loved it. So, no, it is a completely see-through dress, so we didn't go that route fully. Different show. Oh, I see people I recognize. Hello. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
The program will begin shortly.
No lies detected, baby. That's right. The truths you need to know and the lies you tell yourself. All right, I'm gonna go wander, but I'll be back. Let's all cry together.
And sing and dance.
Yeah, dance and sing and cry. Yeah. I'll be back.
We're gonna pop.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. I'll be looking for every way to know.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's the stage? Right there. Okay. Yeah. Put a chair on the table. Thanks. No. Right? I think it's pretty cool.
Right? Maybe if we move it forward a little so that it's closer to the.
Yes.
Would you try the chair and see?
Chair on the table. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Under.
That's good. That was a good idea. Good job, guys.
Like that?
That's good. And you can see the screen better too.
Good? Everybody good?
Yeah. Perfect. It's this back here.
Teamwork. I love it.
Yeah. On the wall. Yeah. That's great.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody.
Feedback.
Um, I'm a professional. I was just speaking with Dean and Henry Luther King. This is a celebration of Shell's life. Keep it together as best I can. And yourselves and all of your loved ones. Thank you all for coming out and participating in the celebration of Shell's life. I don't have a lot of platitudes. As I said, I'm gonna try to keep it together and just speak. You guys hear me without this? Yeah. I'm just gonna do the best I can. Sorry. Yes. There we go. I'll just share memories or thoughts that I have with Michelle and when I spoke with her family when we had the opportunity to get together. Um, Michelle meant a lot to a lot of people and she inspired a lot of people. I can speak for myself. Each of us here had our own unique relationship with Michelle. I can tell you that for me, Michelle was a wealth of inspiration. We know each other as musicians and as friends, and over the years, we've gotten, to know each other a lot more. And one of the things that Michelle really taught me to embrace about myself is to embrace just being true to myself as an artist. And I think I'm safe in saying that most of us that have relationships with her know her in that capacity, that she was a real, honest, true, genuine person. Michelle and I would speak for hours about any number of things. Her infectious laugh just always kept me grounded. Dean can attest to our voice notes that we'd share with each other, chatting, WhatsApp or Instagram, or when we called each other. And we talked about her. Yeah. So, or she'd share a meme with me, something about some current event. And in true Michelle fashion, I said, you know what this is about? And she was, I just always, she joked that I was her. It's for her, just laughing at me. And I think more than anything, that's something that I want to take away from Michelle. Amit and I were speaking, I guess, a week or so ago. It's a recurrent theme for many of the people that I've spoken with about Michelle. I'm sure again, some of you share the same thoughts that she's a young person. The theme is though she's gone too soon. We don't know how the world and the universe and God works. For our hearts, it's a loss. But one thing I've managed to make of it all, for me personally, and to take a lesson away, is to say that, yes, we lost someone, and that angers me. I can't pretend it doesn't. But my head is spinning. Amit and I spoke about the possibility of never having gotten close to her and having known her in the way that I would like to think that I did. It would just be one of those things of sad, someone young passed away. But if it weren't for the hurt that many of us feel, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to experience the fullness of knowing Michelle. And I think for me, that's something to hold on to as a person and as an artist and fellow musician. Michelle kept me humble. And as much as just the stuff that she was doing was just inspiring, it always kept me grounded, where I had to look to my left or my right or wherever she was over my shoulder. And I felt like I had to really dig into what I was doing because it's one of my contemporaries that kept me humble, and as I say, she inspired me in ways that I can't even verbalize. It was a joy, a treat, a pleasure, an honor to work with Michelle and to have that mutual respect and admiration for what we did. As I say, I'm not going to talk too long. It's a celebration of her life as well. We're all here. I'm going to sit on and carry her in my heart as best I can. And going forward, just live each day and every moment and every breath to the fullest. the best way. So, again, thank you all for being here and sharing in your grief, but let's turn it to joy.
My sister lived on her own house. Went to six. That's it.
Yes.
Yesterday was getting me, and I reached out to Dina like a week ago. So hey, give me this for because I'm making an appointment. And I ended up going, I landed at a random coupon for the neighbor place. That was when people say something. So I made an appointment for 2:00. About 2:30, I was still waiting. And the guy sat me down and then he said, oh, oops, at 3. So I left. Went to the place Dean told me, and I could hear Michelle say, you should have went to the first place again. And then I walk in and I'm getting my nails done. And the group of people are talking about having a party and where they're gonna go, and they're so excited. And one of them says, you know, we can't let John drink too much. And the guy told me, so he a grown man, he a grown man. And I wanted to be like, you chilling with my sister right now. So I'm going to pray. Very grateful. So posture yourself and go before the Father. To Jamaican back your hands. You know it's hands. God, you're so good. You're so vast. We honor you. We thank you for giving us the privilege and honor to know Michelle, to laugh with her, to grow with her, to be made fun of by her. We know that she's with you. And so I ask that in this time where it is hard for many of us, that you would give us the strength to find joy in her celebration of life. Because that's what this is. That she's dancing with you. Comfort every heart here. Your word says that you sit close to the brokenhearted. So I thank you that you rest in us right now. Even those who don't know you. Your love covers too. We give you all the glory and praise. In Jesus' name. Amen. My sister, as a child, was terrified of dogs. When she and I were children, we lived with our grandparents for a short time in Massachusetts. 38 Bristol Street. My grandmother used to style our hair in pigtails. Actually, don't remember. Somebody used to style our hair. Auntie Jane. Auntie Jane, yes. The shells were always long. So in our home in Massachusetts, my grandfather would wait by the gate for my sister after school. He'd stand by the curb, his neck outstretched, to watch her walk to the porch from the bus stop that was in her home. She was about 6. One day, my sister gets off the bus takes off, and her eyes behold a pair of dark ears. She screams and takes off running. Looking behind her as she goes, it's following her. Picking up speed, heart pounding, tears streaming down her face, trying her best to outrun the beast. The beast was, in fact, the shadow of her pigtails. big sister, outran all of the shadows. Thank you. Thank you. Are you next, sir? Bless you, Pastor David.
I'm a Baptist preacher, so I will try not to be conventional. I collar, and then I thought about the Moore family and the venue that we will find ourselves in today. We've been knowing Chris and Hugh. The only thing that is conventional about the Hugh family is financial planning. Everything else is unique. You walk in and Hugh has his cane go on, has it turned backwards. I see my brother here with 5 handle as well. And we're here to celebrate the life of a unique individual. We had the opportunity to meet Michelle via a concert in a living room, something that was so unique, and to be up close and experience her gift and her spirit is something the Queen and I will never forget. So God laid it on my heart to give a prayer of gratitude. Gratitude. And in my effort to be unconventional, I want all of you to think about one thing you are grateful for as it relates to the life of Michelle. What are you grateful for? I need you to think about it. Think about it. Father God, we come to you today with hearts full of gratitude for this unique life of a friend who has departed at the age 42, but she is a gift that you chose to call home. And we thank you for her precious gift. Michelle's presence, for her joy, for her love that she shared so generously across 2 continents. And through her music, she shared throughout this entire world. We are so grateful for her memories and how it now serves as a source of comfort and strength to us. We thank you for her times of laughter, her moments of support, her intellect, the lessons that we learn from her wisdom, and also for her kindness. Her spirit and her influence has left an indelible mark on our hearts. And although we pain with her absence, we trust in your divine plan, your solace in knowing that she is now in your loving embrace. So we ask for your peace and your comfort to fill our hearts as we celebrate her life. May her soul rest in eternal peace. God, she's there with you, celebrating right now. Singing praises unto you right now. It's her memory, the way she lived her life, Pray that we're able to do the same with love, compassion, and grace that has been exemplified by her. In Jesus' name we do pray. And everyone said, amen.
We're gonna hold each other up here. Mom and dad. Maybe mom may have to hold up. I have a short story. When Michelle was with Ellie in church. With her producer. We snuck up there and visited them about the time. She was so happy because they didn't have So we get in the car, and my husband, one of the cars with bells and whistles, and she said, "I'm gonna drive." We didn't have chosen. They called it the armpit of the Northeast. But when she got in the car, she turned it on and it said, "Please say command." And Michelle said, "Command." And when we started laughing, she didn't know why we were laughing. Those are the things that I want. Those little moments, and I encourage you. Think of those moments when she made you laugh. It'll make the hurt easier. Now I'm going to read my little speech. My memory's going, and then older. Michelle, when we arrive on this earth, transition is inevitable. Michelle's time on earth was not wasted. She lived more than most people do, 2 lifetimes. Please do not be sorry for my loss. I have not lost Michelle. Michelle is found. It is we who are lost. Where's the fear on earth? Finding our way. Her blood is now intertwined with the blood of Jesus, and she's at his side for eternity. I smell his blood and hers all around me. It's a strong, sweet smell. She is with me. Her soul was always like a bird just trying to fly free. Her body kept her from being truly free. So her desire to be free was heard by God, and he answered. Michelle lived her 42 years fully. She taught herself how to play the trumpet, the guitar, the piano, and the ukulele. She mastered the lute pedal. She taught herself Portuguese and French before she traveled abroad and immersed herself in cultures of the places she visited because she showed respect. Big ups, Michelle. She made her doctors feel as if they needed to go back to school. She mastered Reiki healing and food science and healing herbal mixtures. She was once told by Amy Winehouse's producer that he was intimidated by her. She was not easily understood by us mortals. When you engaged with her, she made you see yourself. A mirror was held up to you so you would be held accountable. She wanted you to be your best self because that was the only way you could walk with her. I learned so much from my 2 sweet angels who I was blessed to bring into this world. And I thank God every day for blessing me with this beautiful family. Michelle was not afraid of death, and she taught me not to be. That is why I'm so calm right now, because I have to adhere to her teachings. We release you, Michelle. You are made with love, and we release you with love. I release all sorrow from my heart, so that only love remains. The heavens are Now lit with your radiance of joy until we meet again. I love you.
He spoke for both of us. And this morning has been extraordinarily difficult for me. All through the week, I was asked, have you written something? And no, I just couldn't find the words. Because Michelle was like a comet that shoots across the sky in a blaze of glory. And we were there to witness it. You know, at birth, I knew she was different because the doctor came in and he saw the head was crowning. He said, oh, another 15 minutes, and he stepped out. And then she decided, no, I'm not waiting another 15 minutes, I'm here. So you're gonna catch me. Whatever she decided to do, she immersed herself in it wholeheartedly, 100%. But the thing that was unique about Michelle was the embodiment of my grandmother. My grandmother was a clairvoyant. She could tell things. And I thought, oh, God's coincidence. Until one day she proved me wrong. Father was about health. What we put into our bodies, the way we treat our bodies. And that was Michelle. She has taught many of us, family members, young and old, about the importance of taking care of ourselves, setting boundaries. It took her a long time to harness her talent, but when she did, it was unbelievable. Sometimes I live in suspended reality because I look at her picture, I hear her voice, and I think she's still here.
She is.
But only in spirit. Thought about what is it that I wanted the world to know about Michelle? What's the one thing that I wanted her to know about Michelle? And I couldn't think of anything. And then this morning, the first thing that came to mind was one of the lyrics from the song. And I just jotted down. It says, as I lay me down to sleep, he opens his arms to me. And if I die before I wake, I'm giving my heart to you today. And that song kept playing in my head, those lyrics. And I wanted to be sure that I had it correctly. So I went to her first album, and it's the cover from the first album. I don't remember ever really opening to see what it said. And then the first thing that I read, which is something that artists do to thank those who helped her. I don't know if I can read it. It said, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to experience the good, the bad, ugly, and unfortunate. It has enabled me to create. I thank you for the opportunity and all that is to come. Without you, success is meaningless. I love you, Lord. That's the message that that she wanted me to let you all know. She was a very spiritual person, but her definition of spirituality is different from most of us. She was not a church-going person. After all, her parents weren't, but she was very spiritual in the way she approached everything in her life. and why she may not be talking about the way that we talk about spirituality. She was deeply spiritual, and she wanted everyone, all of us, to set boundaries for ourselves and pay attention to self-care, not just the external, but the internal. So the one thing that I want you all to know is to get in touch with your inner self. And that's what she was all about. Because that's where your spirituality lies. We have a lot of food and stuff around. We have some other speakers. We'll shed some tears, we'll laugh, we'll talk, we'll hear some music as we say goodbye to my darling daughter, Michelle Moore.
Yeah, we're gonna change up the order a little bit. Someone is stuck in traffic. So, Mr. Dean, Mr. Dean, Mr. Dean, Mr. Dean. This is the fiance.
I don't think I've ever dreaded the day as much as I've dreaded this today. But I think one thing that all of us here can share is to truly know Michelle was to truly know love. Because if Michelle was in your corner, she was all week I tried to see if I could write something. Right? Channel her, find a way, like, okay, fine. All we have to do this today. All we have to work this song today. But no words could read justice. Nothing that I could put on paper could embody who she is. Michelle was the brightest soul that I ever came across. And I'll share a quick story with everyone in terms of how she and I met. And look back on this, it's just like, okay, this is just how she would have planned this in a movie, a short story. But 2 years ago, we were celebrating a good friend of mine. I see you, Mike, I see you. His birthday, and we were to meet in Destin, Florida. Now, I want you to pay attention to that word, Destin. Throw a Y on the end of that is what? All right. So everybody can see a page. All right, good. Now, I missed my flight to go to Destin. Supposed to fly on Friday. Delta, Delta. Moved me from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, missed my flight, and I'm like, I don't want to go again.
what's the point? It's just 2 days. But leave it be, I still win. That is the best thing that I could have ever done. Walking to meet a couple of friends, me and Richard, walking on the beach. And this walk must have took an hour. Because Richard's on the phone with Michelle trying to figure out which direction she's in. And I'm like, yo, come on, I'm tired. Like, where are we going? So finally, we see a plane flying across, and I'm like, Rich, ask her which direction does she see this plane going? We're heading in the right direction. Walking. For another half an hour, it felt 10 miles on this beach. And I start to track back. I see Rich walk up, and he approaches a woman. And from a distance, I see this aura around her. And in my head, I'm saying, I hope that's not super. Like, 'cause the joke was we're meeting Cheryl and Suka. So I'm saying to myself, yeah, I really hope that it's not Suka. Walking up 300 yards out, I'm feeling this energy, and I'm just like, I don't quite understand why I'm feeling this way. Like, butterflies. I'm 40 years old and experiencing butterflies, and I haven't even met this person yet. Finally, you walk up, so it says, oh, Dean, that's Suka. This is Michelle. And the first words we said to each other was, hello, Michelle. She turned to look at me. She said, hello, Dean. And it was a wrap from there. It was a wrap from there. Michelle was such a pivotal person in my life, not just in my life, but in my boys. Mama Moore, I have to thank you again. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to become a part of your family. Michelle loved her family fiercely. She loved her friends just as fiercely, because if you were a friend to Michelle, you were family. How many lessons, how many where, again, the constant theme that you may be hearing from Michelle wasn't mirrored. She would show me who your true self was. And my mirror was ugly. And she had no problems letting me know what my stupid face was doing there. Acting with so-called boundaries. Michelle is by far the best thing outside of the birth of sons that I have ever. And words cannot sum up how important she is to me. She is my best friend. I will never refer to her as was, past tense. Michelle is still here. She is still loving us.
she is still laughing at us. Because as everyone knows, that cackle. Yes. This is by far the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. I just have to thank her family, my new family, her friends, everyone who has adopted me, and my boys and my family. I thank you. Say is, Michelle will tell everyone, live your life. Live your life. Don't worry about anybody else. And be messy. Be messy. Because if it's good with you, what else matters? So today, we tribute Michelle. Today, we continue to love her as if she was physically here. But one thing we should all know is that she is still here.
You want me to introduce you? Mr. Paul. Michelle's uncle. Sorry.
My niece made a reference to 38 Bristol Street, Springfield, which was my residence growing up with my sisters. And she was right to be afraid of dogs. Those dogs chased me home every day. And my sister Christine and probably my sister Janet will remember a very famous dog that lived on our street, and that was Taj Mahal's dog. You remember those German Shepherds? Those German Shepherds too. So Nicole, I'm glad you brought back that memory. And I did think of one other memory that happened in that house. I came home for Christmas one year from college, and Michelle, as you heard, Michelle and Nicole were living with their grandparents, my parents, at that particular time. And back when we were younger, there was no Xbox. There was no Nintendo. There was something called crayons. Do you remember crayons for hours? You would entertain yourself with crayons. And my two nieces, they loved to draw and color. So my Christmas gift was to go out and find them every possible crayon possible. Oh, I don't know if you remember this. Probably not. But it was a suitcase, a plastic suitcase of crayons. It was yellow and it had 250 different colors in it. Of course, it didn't have our Flintstone. After that day of the playing with the crayons, Michelle came up to me and she said, Uncle Paul, there are still not enough colors. And that represents who Michelle was. Someone who, at an early age, there weren't enough colors to really describe the way she saw the world. She had a different lens than we all see the world. We've all been touched by her in many different ways. And one other thing, quickly and briefly, I know it's a little awkward honoring somebody's life to think about honoring your parents. Because I want to tell you that
I raised three young men who are incredible. They are my world today. And it was due to the blueprint of Tony and Christine, on how to let these young people be themselves. And as you know, Nicole and Michelle, they were not the same people, but they came from the same ones. So I hope that you will join me in honoring Christine's Tony for making such a beautiful spirit and really just allowing us to see what the word unconditional really means. It's a very powerful word. Many of us don't really think about the power of that word. But I know that my family, and especially Christine and Tony, they have taught me how to be unconditional. And I'm forever grateful for that and for everyone in this room that has been able to show love towards Michelle, a beautiful spirit, a beautiful, colorful spirit. So the next time you look at crayons, I want you to think of Michelle. Okay? All right. I love you all. Thank you.
Great doing job. Next, we're going to hear from the Chambers. The husband.
Give me a moment, please. Thank you. Feel like sleep. Significant. It's probably the time where I should have took you up on this. On those Toastmasters. My sleep. She has many things to many people. She has an influence life that's felt so unique. By many, she's known as a musician. Her talent always takes center stage, literally, figuratively. Those of us who have been lucky enough to be able to watch her work or be part of her process would see without question, show more as a generational. Once people realize how much she wrote, how much of an expert she was at executing, how quickly she was able to do it, suddenly everybody wanted to work with her. Artists wanted to feature her on their records, producers wanted her in their sessions, they would hire them to work with their artists in the hope that they could get just a little bit of her magic on these stages across the world. And once they saw her perform, they wanted to run back again. The best part was that Michelle, as a true artist, is choosy, specific, very, very intentional about who she worked with, why. It was usually one and done. It never got over it. I don't love it. Michelle was also a healer. She healed with words, she healed with music, she healed with energy, she healed with food, she healed with medicine, she healed with love. She was also a writer. She recently finished writing a novel. She penned some of the most beautiful lyrics. And if you know her music, I encourage you to go back and listen again. As her words have never felt more special. Her words have never been more poignant. She wrote with this special engagement to the words, as if every song was a love letter we could go back, share it all over again. Artist, a writer, musician, coach, performer, healer, herbalist, all these things are true. She was amazing at all of it. But to know her was to know that Michelle, at her most passionate, at her most powerful, was that she was a teacher. She spoke with a wisdom beyond her years. And that's why she did the greatest work. And if you were open to receive, she's handing you something incredibly special. It's the most honest of us who get chosen to do that special work. With Michelle, that's exactly what you got. Pure and complete honesty. And we all got some of it. But the important part not to miss is that pure and complete honesty was how she loved. Michelle had been teacher taught me so much. Most importantly, how to be loved and what real, true, unending love looks like, feels like. Proudest moments in life were filled with her. She's a massive piece of the fabric of who I am. Think about how blessed we all are. Imagine not experiencing such incredible power in life. What life would that be? That's one we'll never have to wonder about. Because we're all blessed ones who live it. It will help protect. We will forever be infused with that Michelle magic. Now, for most people, it could be a little difficult to have your memorial by your husband and your boyfriend. For most people, it's difficult. Luckily for us, the family coined a phrase to make it easier for you to understand. That phrase is brother husband. Husbands. Siblings and sister wives. Phrase I'm still one, but but it is a testament to the love and respect that she wants to us. She showed us. When I look around this room, I see people that I love dearly. My dear friends, my beautiful cousins, my amazing aunts and uncles, my closest brothers and sisters, and the husbands. These are the people I am forever connected to. And the memories and beautiful times I'll always have. And that's Michelle. That's her legacy of love. lives through her art, and it lives in this room. Not just in this room. Some of Michelle's favorite people are joining us now. Who will be here in person. Friends and family from across the US, the UK, Europe, Asia, the West Indies. England, all of you are part of proof of that is. It is a force of creating. What an incredible immense legacy. And it's a legacy we are now the owners and protectors of, and we will respect it. Always carry it with us. I always will. I could honestly stand there for days, talking about her, telling stories. Time on the road, the places we all go. Different countries we travel. I'll take the Disney. I'm not trying to start, but see it. Definitely be famous. I don't really trying to start anything because of seeing you on the distance. Exactly. So I have fun, sad, beautiful, triumphant, amazing stories. You can give me years up here to talk, but I still wouldn't have the right words or enough time to convey how remarkable the last 20 years of my life have been. She left me with a battle. So Michelle, say this to you. I loved you as much as I could in this life, as I probably have in other lives. I probably will again. What that looks like. Wife, best friend, teacher, stranger I bumped into in the city. In the school cafe. See it all, feel it all, feel it all. Can't wait to find you again. I'm about to. But now, I send you on in complete and whole love, just like you told me to.
Think about it. A minute. Respite. And we're going to hear from sister. She has a song she'd like to dedicate to Michelle. And so just give her a couple of minutes. She just got it. Okay. By the way, for those of you who don't know, all donations are going to be to a scholarship fund that's starting in Michelle's name for children who want to be speakers. So we will be getting you more information about that. But some of you have already donated. I just want you to know that that's where it's going. This sister one. Would you like to say something? You human intuition person. I feel like it's being used to be a filler. Now she just called me fat. Good afternoon, beautiful people. If you don't know, then you should know. If you don't know, this is that. I am the sister-in-law of the husband, that's brother husband number 1. But I've also adopted brother husband number 2, because this is what we do. I am, as she would call me, as Michelle would call me, her forever sister-in-law. Damn straight, she could not get rid of me. That woman, this woman, that one had me. My relationship with her was pure. I can hear her voice, I'm so sorry. Oh, she keeps doing this. Okay, I said this the other day. This has been happening. She will not leave me alone. We would be talking and she'll just be talking right in my ear, cackling, laughing, looking at our stupid faces. She will pick out she picked out my outfit. This is where you say, she picked this venue. I like everything. So when I say that she is still here, when people are saying she's still here, she is still very much here. She is not leaving us alone. We thought we could get rid of her. We could not. She put on the microwave at home. She's knocking things down. She's singing just before we were in the hospital. As I was talking to Suka some things, and I just stopped halfway through my sentence. And I looked at Suka and I was like, you can hear that, right? And her face lit up. So I assumed she could hear it. And I was like, you can hear her singing, right? She went, no, but I know you can. She was singing so sweetly in my ear to the fact that I actually turned around. It sounded like somebody was playing a song of hers right here. She was playing. But that was just her letting me know that she's cool. She's like, I'm here. I'm on the other side of love. It's so beautiful up here. We kind of knew, let's be real, we kind of knew that when she was transitioning, she was happy over that. She is having a great time. She has met up with my mom, her grandfather, both grandfathers in fact. We know she is just, I know she's met up with some of my people. I just know she has. I know she is happy. I selfishly want her backside back here though. But that's okay. I know that she's going to continuously teach us. I can hear her reading us. Right, stupid face? I know that her energy is her because that is just who she is. We know that her energy was so huge, much bigger than this world, much bigger than this room, much bigger than me. I know that she had that conversation with God. She was like, you know what? I can't stay in this room anymore. It's restricting her too much. It was restricting her too much on so many levels. But within that time that she was here, she taught us so much. And we've heard this a million times today already, right? A teacher. She will love you. If she loved you, whoop, hey. She will love you, read you up and down, turn you inside out, and then love you again. Back to front. Upside down. She would do that. That's what she would do because she loved fiercely. I miss my dance partner. I miss her texting me saying, I hate you. Because that's how we said I love you. So I hate you. So, see, I just laughed, see? Honestly, I'm going to take everything. What Elliot said was just absolutely perfection. You're beautiful. Next to us. We'll see where I saw you. We got another one. Honestly, the lessons that she had taught us, whether it be through
whether it be her being in your face, whether it be through her music, I think are things that we really do need to take with us. We need to know that she wasn't alone, even if it didn't look like it. We know that she was about joy. We knew that. She is about joy. Sorry, see, I'm being corrected. She is about joy. She is about love. She is about music. She is about you finding out about yourself. And if you don't, you can run, but you can't hide. I love her dearly, and I'm so glad I said this the other day. I'm so glad that her spirit is so damn loud, as annoying as it can be at times. She is consistently in my head, but I know that again, it's not this everyone. I just pray that everybody can find comfort in the fact that she is very much still here. That her music is to that she has left us with a little piece of her in all of us. No matter how you stop babbling now. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the fact. Oh.
Right. The song you know. The song you Michelle's song, just a matter of fact. Michelle started on her journey as an artist when she went to see this young lady in Rackham. So we have to thank her for Michelle starting. Well, for those of you who don't know, I started a performing arts studio about 5 years ago in 2019. This is right before COVID hit, and we became displaced from our space. We were partnered with a city in South Florida, and once COVID hit, we went to Zoom for about a year and a half before we found our own space. So now we are in our own space. When Michelle came back to Florida, Michelle started teaching voice classes and musical theater classes for me. And I think, her journey or our journey together, because we understand artistry, that's how we really connected. Not only is she my niece, but she became someone that I worked with and we bounced ideas off of. And she was really inspirational to my students at the studio. This song that I'm going to sing is really an inspirational song for everyone to understand that God is in control and we can't question it. So I'm just really, really grateful to have had the relationship that I had with her. And I'm also grateful that she is at peace now. And so I just want us to hold on to that. And, whenever you're feeling weary, just pray to God, believe in God, and hold on to his unchanging hand because he is the ultimate. He really is. Ugh, this one is hard. Oh, come Sunday, that's the day. Dear Lord, God Almighty, my God, and see my people through. Lord, dear Lord, God Almighty, God, shine up in the sky. Sky, just fancy, but Lord, dear, my and see my and my ways will be where God's blessings we can make it through eternity. Lord, dear Lord, my and see my knees. Mm. 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 God, say, oh, come someday that the day. Thank you. So, next order of business, we're gonna take, just making sure everyone's good. We're gonna take a moment for meditation and silence for shame. Okay, so now we're gonna have an open mic. Anyone who wants to share a few words, we ask that you. Yes, we will start with Evan. Respect the time frame so that others can speak. Up here because Nicole said that if you're gonna say a few words. And I didn't think I'd be able to because every time I try to talk about my cousin over the past couple of weeks, I would break. Safe space. So if I break, there aren't enough words, and simultaneously, there aren't words that exist to express the enormity of Michelle not being in this room. But the fact that all of us are here is a testament to such a beautiful legacy. To Aunt Chris and Uncle Tony, as Uncle Tony has already said, you gave this world a comment. Shining so brightly for all to see, and for those who are smart and wise enough appreciate, and embrace its presence, only for a moment. My God, what a brilliant moment. Thank you. That brilliance, even just pieces of it lives in each of us. It must honor her the way she truly deserves. We must be bold. We must be unapologetic to continue to honor our dreams and the pulling we experience within us to be more, to be better versions of ourselves, the best versions, and be willing to find out what that is. Nicole, I don't know what to say. Thank you for sharing your sister with so many of us who weren't blessed to have been born into that title. And how you and Rolando managed to create nearly carbon copies of the two of you. It's beautiful, uncanny, so damn beautiful. To the aunts and uncles, we were so excited to finally be able to sit at the adult table during the family functions. But by then, we realized that the table was cooler. Thank you all for the laughter and stories and hugs and embracing us, supporting our dreams, even when they didn't make sense to you. To our husband, shoot. My favorite times of my life when we are all together. Playing Mafia. Watching VJ like destroy Elliot on the pool table. Making memories. Hold on to those. And I beg each of you to live boldly. To my sisters by adoption, Bea and Michelle. Thank you for the laughs and encouragement, and letting me into the Cool Kids Club. Nearly 20 years ago, many of you paid your good money to watch us perform. To sing and dance. Because Michelle made us believe that we were great. And many of them on the stage are actually great. She's a different career. Michelle's a stereotype friend. Yeah. To the standard of love and passion for me that I've never seen. And to be responsible. To be what you always know. She believed it was possible. The way she deserved the filter. To Michelle. My cousin. My sister. My inspiration. My creative writer. And for the times I didn't know how to find myself. And for the times I didn't know how to find myself, or its beautiful, screwed up world. My narrator, thank you for keeping my secrets and demanding I shed my shame. I don't want to live in a world without you, but I thank you for being such a magnificent piece of the foundation that's made me the woman I am. I remain in awe of you. I love you. And I leave with everyone a quote that I heard just this morning from Auntie Angela. And I feel like it's a charge on all of us that Michelle would co-sign. So ask yourselves, what are you going to do with this one wild?
Thank you, Emily. There is one thing that I need to share because it's important. My sister and I, who's students, so Megan will proceed with you. My sister and I had a bit of a rough patch in our relationship. And both of us are spiritual people, and I can see now how God was urging us to move through that patch. And we did. In fact, about a week before she passed, she said, or maybe a couple weeks before she passed, she said, "You were my first best friend." And that's a far cry from the thing she said to me 15 years ago, which was, you know, Nicole, if we weren't sisters, we wouldn't be friends. And I remember this was the week my daughters graduated the day before she passed. And Michelle called me a week before that time. And long story short, she said she was going to come see them. And the way that it all came together, it irritated me because I felt like she was crossing my boundaries. And she was always encouraging me to be a girl, state your boundaries and stick to them. It's irritating. The Lord said, and over the next couple of days, you know, emotions are big. And you gotta really fight to keep them in check sometimes. And I heard he said that. And I did. And I was at peace. And I was excited about coming and cared about my boundaries and that. Now I was just happy to see my sister. And 2 days later, my mother called me, and I'll never forget these words. "Pray, your sister is being rushed to the hospital." Her last words to me were, "I love you." And the reason why I came up here is because I want to encourage everyone today. Do not hold unforgiveness, bitterness, or a grudge in your heart for anyone. I don't care what they did to you. Because my Father in heaven forgives anyone who asks, and he forgave my sister. And she's with him now. Let it go. If you can't be friends, that's fine. But do not hold unforgiveness in your heart towards anyone. It is not worth it. Make peace. Miss Megan. Please welcome me.
Hi. Yeah, I used to be on the way with Michelle. Sitting across from her, Christmas tree behind her 4 months after Christmas is passed. And telling her. I wanted to do a few things. I want to talk a little bit about Michelle, but I also want to say a little bit of something. But I started thinking Michelle at the hospital, and it came to me, we were both artists. It's the way that we connect with each other. Dear Michelle, to hope you're well, wherever you touch down. Stars in your hair at the top of the stairs are turning as you come down. As she goes turning, tips of her toes twirling. She's Ivy's rose burning across the midnight sky, and no one knows how the story goes, but there's a sand in those flares. The house reads up the lights. Dear Michelle, I too hope you're well wherever you touch. I met her 15 years ago in passing at a YouTube event that her retelling of was the funniest thing I've ever heard. And and it wasn't until about 8 years later, she moved to Los Angeles and she reached out to me. And we met up just to kind of catch up, and that little meetup turned into about 8 hours of us just sitting sharing stories and laughing hysterically. And we joked about starting a podcast together. And the next day she called my bluff and said, let's do it. And the whole beginning of our friendship for the next 6 years was just documented in us having so much fun, sharing our stories, guiding each other, reflecting each other, loving each other. To be loved by Michelle Moore. Man, she created so many beautiful things. She was such a beautiful artist. And she put so many of those things into the world. She shared so many of her stories. For man to be loved by her, to have her heart in your hands, to reflect her. It was different. It was unlike anything I've ever known. She was an eternal theater director. It was like having someone on the side of the stage, seeing you break apart and say, yes, that, go there, go deeper, yes. She wanted you to find your darkness. She wanted you to lean into your light. She wanted you to just trust in your own knowing. And it felt like going into the darkest cave and having someone hold your hand who's a little bit ahead of you, who's digging up their own gems, but who's going slow enough that you can kind of watch how they're doing it. And I feel like a lot of the stories that we're talking about, Michelle would love you, Michelle would also read you. And I feel like if she loved you, you were at some point gonna get a voice note and a soliloquy where she was gonna tell you about yourself, all the things she saw in you, all the greatness that she saw in you, all the things she wanted to inspire you. And I would miss her and the love that she had in those explanations, because she did not suffer fools. She did not. I would miss her stories. I would used to make her retell stories over and over again, like a little kid. It's like for a week for a bedtime story, and she would tell it every time, full body, full theatrics, like she was there, like it just happened. But she would always find something new. She'd always find a new lesson, a new connection, a new thing to understand about herself. She was different. I wanted to just share something because, I have like 6 years of voice notes from her, and I'm so grateful that she shared herself in that way. Because I listened to this voice note every morning when she was in the hospital, and I feel like she talks to me in reverse. I feel like there are lessons that I'll be figuring out for the rest of my life. And everything that I play is gonna mean just as much, and I'm gonna understand even more. So I want to play this voice note she sent me a month ago. Oh, it's so eerie to hear it now because what a gift. saying all this, but also, you are there's always a nice, warm, comfy place for you to come and grieve. Your grieving is welcome here. I hear you, I see you, I support you, I understand you. Your tears are not ridiculous. They're not. You cry in those tears, you honor those tears, you feel those feelings, bitch. Those are real feelings. If you love, have them. You deserve to feel them and nurture yourself. You do, and you deserve to feel supported and nurtured. I am so sorry that you are going through this and feeling this way. You absolutely deserve to express it. And I hear you, and I see you. I hear you, and I see you. I'll keep saying that until you can feel that, and I hear you, and I see you, and you deserve better. So I'll give you better. Give yourself better. Stop looking for better word during. You're not gonna find it. It's not gonna change. See, it can't be so. So then give you a little shake.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm looking at the room. I know some what happened, but that's my sister. So I am Michelle's aunt. There is 6 of us, 3 boys, 3 girls. I'm the oldest girl. Christine's after me. And I want to say, I'm struggling with this, but I'm getting through it. Because I miss, and I'm not going to say niece, I'm going to say mother niece. Because Michelle was with me for quite some time when she was little. And the other day, I was in my bedroom with a box. And I started with all the pictures of her and Nicole. And I said, oh God, I remember this. And I remember when I was in the hospital, we were all sitting in the room, the waiting room, and we were talking about Michelle. I said, you know what I remember about Michelle? And I know you had that picture of her in that little red and white dress. I said, she was the most beautiful baby I saw when she was born. Okay? She was like a dog. And I remember watching her when she was staying with me when she would go to school and watch her go to the bus stop. And Michelle's the person that people gravitate to. Yeah, they gravitate to her. And I love that about her. And I remember you said to Christine, listen, she wants to take some karate, okay? Because nobody's gonna mess with her. She was excellent in karate, okay? Nicole, I told her, I says, what I remember about both of them, because they're always there. I said, I remember when I was always this to Nicole. Because she always needed. Okay, she'll straighten out. Okay, I'm going to say that. But both of my nieces, okay, I love dearly. And everybody knows in my family, my nieces and nephew are my kids. Okay, that's how I treat them as my kids. And right now, I just want to tell her I love her and I know she's in peace. And I'm trying to still deal with it. So thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tracy, but Michelle, that is Nafi. Which has been produced from the South Florida spoken word poetry and music scene. I first met Michelle at the Bohemian hosted by B. Michelle's responded to New York for the first time, to a DJ at an event that she had in the basement. Ingrid flew Michelle and the First Sisters down for my birthday to perform. So Michelle, and Michelle is one of the first artists that I met when I became an artist. And again, holding up that mirror and saying, pour into it and be it and become it and embody it. And she was one of those voices that championed, consistently championed
always champion. That Denver concert was the first one I'd ever experienced. And she's a beacon for me. She was fearless, is fearless, and moved fearlessly. And I always admired that. I always look to see what is Michelle about to do next. Because Michelle's about to do something next. And you never knew, but you always were happy to see it. And I got the news the same weekend and found out that another poet had passed away, Will the Real One, who I met through Michelle. And so the last 2 weeks have been a journey. But I stand up here with my sisters, and I'm going to pass the mic.
How you doing? I'm Antonia Junior, and I first met Michelle because I had started touring in 2003, and they were like, "This is girls you busy." When I went to Ingrid's Spot the Lord have mercy, Bohemia. I watched her from that stage and I said, "No, she's been." She poured so much into me. In 2020, I spoke with her when she was in LA. And she taught me stuff with my son. That I was going to do all of this for it to be a to get together. Supposedly. You're supposed to be doing this on food. Woo, Jesus. It was very difficult. Something for the smart medicine comes with supplements and programs. Oh, I was nervous. But I don't have anybody who's like Ella, but she don't need that, like, that's not. I'm sorry. You just said that to me, so now we have.
So I think we might go a little past the 2 minute mark, maybe like at 4, 3. So for us, this is 10 years, 15 years, maybe even 20. But we feel that it's okay for me to don't share gratitude for sharing with us. And these are not tears. I don't have a different relationship with that. I know she good. She's so good. And I find it poetic that she allowed us to watch her age. Like if we had our grandmother, because she was a great one. What I noticed about Michelle is that she was quiet in her performance. And you had to lean in, and it was almost like prayer. So in those moments when it gets to be or feels like too much, just pray. Because she's there. And she lived full out. So if this is nothing else, it's for us who have a lot of years left, hopefully, if God's spare life, to live it full out. Because we never know. She said, I'm gonna have 2 husbands. Some of us just aspire to have one husband. She's like, and they're going to be gorgeous. Yeah. And I'm gonna be beautiful all the way through it. And they're gonna be friends because they understand how amazing I am and what it is to be that person. Right? So they don't forget what happened. So from the South Florida community, very grateful she had a voice of an angel because she is. And that's what she is right now. So I'm thankful.
Just to, I thought the brother husbands were going to wear matching outfits. Next time.
I'm Justin, also known as What? Really changed how I used to be. I think less like technical, now she open up like. She was like, a therapist. So I've been studying the recipe. I'm going to research. Hey, Mr. Shell, I'm so happy that you walked last week with the wonderful life. It pained me to see it, but I'm just gonna watch it, bro. I love you so much, and I'm sorry that I did this in the last few days. You're like a second home to me, now that you're gone, it feels as if someone stuck a knife in my heart. You're the best. Thank you for all the chances that you gave me, and I love you. Rest in peace, and walk with Mr. Shaw forever. This is what she wants. Single masculine, single feminine. So for those men who can help you to create a think it is. Best thing. I have two. We can add them. We can use the album. Action that first. This is number two. Hey, thanks for reading. Hey, thanks for reading that Richard Michael. Well, yeah, I had to tell you something that I heard. A few of us were just in the kitchen talking, and then all of a sudden the microwave turned on. So I turned it on. It turns on again, except the number that it stops on, like it wouldn't let me through the microwave at all. The number that I stopped on was 13. Which is the number, she was born on December 13, and she was in hospital when 13. So, I kept on trying to turn it off, it wasn't working at all, so we took it as a sign that we need to kill the microwave. So, my dad, he unplugged the microwave, dead, it's gone. So, yeah, thanks for getting rid of that wretched microwave. You're the best. I don't believe you're fully gone, but I appreciate you giving me signs that you're still here. Trust me, it relieves pain. I love you. I want you to show forever. And then the last one, which was more recent. You're still here, Mr. Shaw. I can feel it. Dad can feel it. Miss Maggie can feel it. All of us can feel it. I love you. I really do. You're the best. Thank you for watching with us. Once again, I love you.
We serve the refreshment, so partake. Because it's like, so.
You still haven't hit his. That's not already told him that. He's been. We might say to listen. Right. But. Yeah. You don't think of it. Oh. Oh, not saying Right, yeah, no, I talked to him this morning. Yeah, you had to get on the line today. But it's an office. So, you have this man, but I can, that's a need to go, he. So, what? Oh, you're right. There it is.
How do we do it? What are you doing? Can we send him a message?
Send him a message?
Yeah.
No. You can send a message here if you want to.
That's my information. Here we go. It's just an email address. Can I add him? Accordion.
Tamiko, I want you to meet my wife, Gina. Of course. Such a symbol. I know, right? Guys, be careful. I'm going to introduce myself to the other Nicole. The other, oh yeah, you should, you can know.
Okay. There's nobody here.
Just us. Just those chickens.
And her.
Apparently the sound wasn't as fantastic, but they said, somebody said, it's not American Idol. And so whoever said that, kudos. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate you. We're gonna go and continue to celebrate.
It's recorded.
Yes, yes. Anything else you'd like to say?
No. I appreciate the audition.
Guys.